Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. Hey, let's just bullshit around in the front yard rendition with some work tough gear, if you will. Rendition. Before we get into it, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives, and the stats are everywhere. We talk about that daily. The main stat is this: anything over zero is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you got a place here. We're back to blue over here. We support Leo. Oh, it makes people mad. I don't give a damn. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And when we do, because we accept responsibility for it. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. It'll take one time. It'll hold. Stick in the fight. Well, here's the deal, guys. Work Tough Gear Wednesdays are my favorite days of the week. They really, really are. Now, this video is way different. Well, it's not way different, but it is different than our normal stuff because we're not really featuring a knife. We're not really doing a review or a demonstration. Here's the thing. I tell y'all all the time, I use a knife every day. Well, I do. And this is kind of what I do. I walked out of the house tonight. Last night, I was kind of bored. Kind of needing to get some energy out. So I picked up the JX Omega and the proper chopper. I had to look. I get the JX Omega and the JXV backwards all the time. I don't know why. They're nothing similar in shape. Same designer, same badassery. But anyway, grabbed the Omega, grabbed the proper chopper, and went out. And I thought, I'm going to play around, do a few things. And I said, why the hell not? I'll film it. The other thing I wanted to do, and I've been mentioning this off and on for a while, but here's the truth, guys. Today's November 9th. Saturday, the 11th, I'm going to start moving everything over to my new outdoor studio, which I'm excited about. But Meg said before I move my fat ass over there, I need to clean up the front yard. So this is about 2.5 years of demonstrations and reviews and dicking around. So I thought, well, I'll do some cleanup, I'll process some wood, and I'll show some badass Work Tough Gear knives. Now, here's what I wanted to show y'all. This is that knot. This is that piece of wood that's got that big ass knot in it. Now, I want y'all to see. Now, here's the other thing I did. I left the volume way up, so I'm going to shut up right here. This is the toughest piece of wood I've ever saw in my life, and I shit you not. So I thought, I'm going to hammer this because people can say what they want. The proof's in the pudding. I'm basically driving that edge straight into that knot. Why would I do that? Would I normally do that? Well, no. Normally, I just throw the damn thing in the fire and burn it up because that knot has got a little fat lighter in it, right? But I wanted to show y'all this edge. Look at that. No damage, none. Zero rolling, chipping. Work Tough Gear uses a lot of SK85. This is SK85, and basically what SK85 is SK5. Throwing some sparks there, 90-degree spine. I've looked some stuff up on SK5, and basically it's a high carbon steel. I love it. I don't think anybody does SK85 as well as Work Tough Gear. I'm being dead serious. The heat treat spot on. They do a high saber grind with a convex cutting edge on the vast majority of their knives. There are some differences, but that's the vast majority. Now we swapped over to the proper chopper. I just wanted to show you a little beating on that JX Omega. I love that damn knife. I love the handle on that knife. And then there's the proper chopper just going to work. Showed you the edge on it. And then just smashing it in. Scab, why would you do that? Because here's the deal, and I say this a ton, and I'll say it again. I'm not the QVC. My goal is for you is not to sell you knives. My goal to you is to show you the demonstration of the knife, show you the toughness of the knife. Maybe it'll factor into your purchasing decision. Most of you know what you're going to buy anyway and don't need me. I get it. I've been told that many, many times. But I wanted to take this. Now this is the death of the Stump. Man, this thing's been good. It's been kick-ass, but good Lord willing, if the hurricane that's coming don't wipe us out, I'm going to get a couple new Stumps this weekend. So this one's got to go. Plus, by destroying this thing, it forces me to get some new stumps. Sometimes old scabber holds on a little too long. Now, let me make this caveat and let me make it clear. This is what I had in the yard, guys. I'm not trying to say, ooh, look at this tough piece of wood, or tough piece of wood. Shit, I can't speak. I'm just using what I got at my disposal, right? This thing's rotted out, it's beat up, it's bad. But I want y'all to hear them thuds as this thing's hitting, because there is still good wood in there. This is a Virginia red oak that has served me well. Actually, this is half of it. The other half went the way of the dinosaur some time ago. But we're going to do a little prying. I don't normally. What I'm doing is I'm sinking the proper chopper in, cutting some out, making a little wedge there, but I'm just sinking this sumbitch in and prying with it. Now, for those of you who cannot tell, I'm a bigger fella. I weigh around 280 pounds, twisted steel and sex appeal. I just ooze that. So when I'm pushing on this thing, and I'm a fairly strong man. I'm not saying I'm strong, not as strong as I used to be, but I still got a little strength left. I am putting all my weight on this proper chopper. We're slamming it in, we're twisting, we're trying to get this thing busted in half, and then I'm going to do some really stupid stuff that y'all can watch and make fun of. But here's the deal, guys. The thing I like about the proper chopper, there's a couple things. I love the design. It's got an awesome forward cant. It is 1/4 inch steel. It is that SK85. And again, that's just a renamed SK5. It's a high carbon steel. To me, when the heat treat's done right, and it is done right on this knife, I love SK5, love SK85, whatever the hell you want to call it. I love basic steels. I really do. 1095, 5160, things like that. I love SK85. I love those steels. Why? Because they're simplistic. They're easy to sharpen. And again, when they're done right, this one is, I've got probably 30 work tough knives now. 25, something like that. There ain't a damn one of them, not a damn one of them, that the heat treat's been bad on. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the QVC, but at the same time, I cannot not tell you the good traits of the knife. I love the forward cant. It hits very, very hard. The designer is Zeke Minacho. Now, Tanner designed the JX Omega, just to throw that in there. Here's a piece of 4x4 pressure treated wood that I've used. It's full of knots. This thing is full of knots, right? So we're going to do some different stuff here. I started off going to baton it right into a damn knot, of course. We're going to do that off camera, I guess. My bad on that. And we're going to finish destroying the stump. There we go, Scab. You got to watch old Scab, son. I'm the cinematographic genius. But I wanted to do this again to show you the tough in work tough gear. I wanted to also show you that, hey, I do use my stuff daily. Like I said, this was not a planned deal, not a planned demonstration or a planned review. It's just a couple of knives that I really, really enjoy. And I thought, hell, it's Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Let's go out there and beat the hell out of some stuff. So right here, we're just cutting into this 4x4 pressure treated piece of lumber. It's been rode hard and put up wet, son, and y'all see all that stuff laying there. I got to move all this shit over to the studio come Friday, but that's all right. That's all right. We're going to have some good fires and good fun. Let me tell you this while we're watching this and you're watching an idiot with a knife. Here's the deal, guys. The thing that I'm so excited about with the studio is this. We got some new Work Tough Gear stuff coming in, and here's the deal, too, and I've said that a million times, but Work Tough Gear Wednesday is not, to just debut new knives and things like that. For me, it's saying thank you. It's putting out a ton of content. I'm excited about the new studio. I'm excited about all that, to give you some different looks at the Work Tough Gear line, to do some actual overnight campouts, to build some bushcraft shelters, to really up the game on the reviews, the demonstrations. We'll always do our hard use stuff. We'll always do our semi-stupid stuff. We'll always do that. But now I want to up the ante. I want to up the game. And thank God for Kirk, like I mentioned earlier. Kirk's letting me put up a studio in the woods on his property. It'll be more safe, and I can actually build some shelters, fire building processing wood. Can't speak. Come on, Scab, spit it out. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's the next step in our evolution. Huge shout out, man. Huge shout out to Vic Lynn and Work Tough Gear, Zeke Manacho, Tanner, all you guys at Design. I love y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. Tough Gear, son. I'm gone.